Anyone else?
Mark, um,
Yes.
when I meditate in a sitting position, I kind of sometimes feel like when I start to relax, the natural like rocking or like a motion that my upper body starts to kind of do. Is that something normal, or do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do, and that is, and uh, that's very interesting because the question is, are you really rocking? Because
Mm,
sometimes we are. Sometimes a certain rocking does take place, and it starts slow, and it's kind of like this. Okay. Other times you feel like you're rocking, but you're not. Your body's not moving at all,
mm,
but there is a feeling going through your nervous system as if you are. There can also be another feeling as you go later on. Uh, and this one is funny, as if you're kind of leaning to the side, usually to the left, as if you're leaning over that there, or that your head, because what is happening is this area of your aura, if you will, tends to expand on the left hand side. And it's kind of, I always joke, I call it astro elephantitis. You know, it's, I mean, it's
hmm,
as if your head is suddenly huge, at least on one side. But that is not, that is a common experience. That's a common experience. The question is, what you might want to do once in a while is just check to see if you are physically rocking or if it's just an internal phenomenon. And then just kind of let it go. Don't pay too much attention to it. Just kind of watch it and let it go. Anyone else?
I I've noticed that sometimes in doing this practice that there are some areas that are more difficult to illuminate than others, and that it takes more time for me to slow down and to illuminate and to get through, as if it's a little more of a process.
Yeah, yeah, and that's really important to pay attention to that. There's also areas people want to skip over, and we're going to get to some things, uh, particularly when we get into the head and other areas people want to rush, and it's important that you don't, because there are tremendous benefits just to this practice alone, and that's before you start adding in the idea of different letters or points or psychic centers. Okay, that's that's irrelevant if you're not doing this basic part. I just want you to know that right now. We can make this stuff as fancy as you want, but that's not what it's about. It's about how effective is it? How effective is the technique or the practice for you? And how well are you using it? So if you spend time, whether it's 1 minute or 5 minutes on your toe, is irrelevant to me. It's just a matter of what is effective for you. So if you have time to do this for 1 hour, just once a week, that's still better than nothing. But if you have time to do it for 1 hour once a week, and you can do it for 15 or 20 minutes a day, all the much better.